Hello, dear students. This is Dr. Srinivasappa G, Assistant Professor of English, Government State College, Sira, affiliated to Tumakuru University, Karnataka. And this is the 12th session of my video. And in this session, I am going to discuss about the central idea of the poem Elegy written in the country churchyard. In the previous two sessions, we have been discussing on Thomas Gray and some of the poems that we have discussed. Now, in the third session of the poem, I am going to deal with the central idea of the poem Elegy written in a country churchyard. An elegy written in the country churchyard is a poem by Thomas Gray. And here, elegy is an important term and terminology, and it is an important poetic form, and it is so important in the whole poem passage. In the title Elegy written in the country churchyard, the word elegy draws the attention of every one of us. If we understand the meaning and interpretation and the concept of the elegy, it is quite easy for us to understand the churchyard. On churchyard, the poet has written an elegy. The churchyard again refers to the graveyard. Graveyard is a cemetery where the dead people are buried and the place where the dead people are buried. And the funeral ceremony is going to celebrate there. It is graveyard, we call it. The last place of man, everyone put together at the end of life. It is a common place for everyone. There is no discrimination in the graveyard, whether rich or poor, or educated or uneducated, farmer or a businessman, no difference as such. Elegy is one of the poetic forms in literature. It is widely used by John Milton in his poem Lycidas for the funeral ceremony of his friend King Edward. That is what we have already studied in detail in the question. It is usually written and sung as relatives in it is of a person when he meets an accidental death. It is a pathetic song in the name of a closer to reduce their pain for losing an intimate person. Whenever we lose a person who is close, blood relatives or intimate friend, or any kind of relation we have with the person we have lost, we feel his absence. And feeling the absence and where we suffer, we sometimes weep, we feel a lot, we're sorry for the losing the person. And usually we are in the disappointed mood. We are not at all happy at all because we are losing the person. Then we feel something. The feeling is melancholic. In the melancholic mood, we think in deep and long on a particular person you have lost, an intimate person. And feeling is an emotion, a pathetic emotion. And in order to come down or to overcome the stress of the losing the person, is going to speak, some may cry, some may sing a song in their own way. The name of the person who is we have lost. Or in his memory, we are going to sing a song that may be known as an elegy. That is a funeral song, last song, a final song. Person when we are losing the grave head. It is usually in the elegy, we see very gloom, grim atmosphere. The man is not at all happy in the grave head. Any man can feel for the loss. It is usually a pastoral elegy. Pastoral elegy, this is actually pastoral elegy. It has a different features. But here Thomas Gray wrote an elegy in the grave head. It is not just for the death of a particular person, but the death in general. That is an elegy of the Thomas Gray is about life and death. An universal, having universal theme is going to deal with that. How a country churchyard in melancholic mood and how one can feel and react for the death, and thus Gray generalizes the impact of death in general. The atmosphere described the needful effect of death and suffering, and what lesson a man can attain in the grave head is very effective and memorable. In this regard, Thomas Gray becomes a popular religious writer in English literature in the 18th century. He has taken the theme of elegy. That is the universal theme I told you. But now the poet is going to deal with the atmosphere of the graveyard. He is one with the graveyard. He could see the number of deaths of the farmers in the graveyard. He is going to describe very effectively the atmosphere of the graveyard. The speaker begins the poem by saying he is in a churchyard and no bell ringing and no reactions of the dead man or the outward world. And he uses the metaphor in order to convey the centrality of the poem, that is the life and death. Describe the scenery around him, speaking of the sun setting and a church tower covered by ivy and a howl hooting. Howl hooting is a bad omen for the people who strongly believed in that. If it hoots, this will be the bad thing is going to happen. We believe that. These are the sounds the poet could listen when he is in the graveyard. He then focuses on the graveyard around him. He speaks of the men who are in the grave and how they are probably simple peak village folk. And the poet mainly concentrating on the village people, those were farmers particularly. He speaks on them, how the people meaningfully lived their life and start their life. The poet speaks about the farmers particularly. In the poem. The native villagers probably were farmers, and the speaker discusses how they probably enjoyed farming. He warns that although it sounds like a simple life, no one should mark a good, honest working life as these men once had. No one should mock these men because in death, their arbitrary ideas of being wealthy or high born do not matter. Fancy grave makers will not bring someone back to life, and neither will he honor of being well born. The speaker then wonders about those in graveyard who are buried or unmarked graves, and wonders if they were full of passion, if they were potential world leaders who left the world too soon. He also wonders if one was beautiful lyre player whose music could bring the life to life literally. The farmers for poor villages, as they were never able to learn much about the world. He uses metaphors to describe the lack of education of the people, and they were illiterate. He calls that he actually wished that those should have some knowledge of the world by getting education. It was his feeling that he's going to express that. And he also described the graveyard and graveyard heroes. And he considered the farmers as graveyard heroes because they lived worthfully and they lived naturally and honestly. And they never did have any kind of aggressive nature and violence nature, and they did have any kind of education. They were so innocent, they worshipped the nature and they worshipped their farming, and they gave food to the people who are living around the world. Their only the purpose of living is to farm well and get the crops and give food and water to the people. They were so honest to their works. Therefore, they were the heroes. He glorifies the village farmers, those who were in the graveyard, they were dead. They were prized by him. And we see it. He speaks of those in the graveyard as a new unsung heroes. We see that many natural heroes and statesmen, they are considered heroes, and there was many the patriotic song and the palace heroes. But here the heroes, the on hero, nobody could sing, and the people who worthily lived. Unworthily would people were having the songs, and they were that is admired and glorified. That is what we could see everywhere. But here Thomas Gray would like to glorify the heroes, and he considered them as heroes of the world, and he called them as graveyard heroes, comparing them to gems that are never found and flowers that bloom are never seen. He wonders if some of the residents of the graveyard could have been historically relevant and but unable to shine. One could have been Newt Milton, the author of the Paradise Lost, or one could have been like John Hampden, a politician who openly opposed the policies of the King Charles. Last, the speaker mounts again that these villagers were poor and unable to make their mark on the world. They didn't have any kind of particular place like other heroes and other patriotic people, because they were poor and they were also innocent. They were not capable of that is decide and being vessels, and they were also incapable of hiding the truth and meaning. They were honest wit in the world. The speaker notes these people because they were poor will not even be remembered negatively. They lived far from cities and lived in the quiet and atmosphere place, and they lived a worth life. At least their graves were protected by the simple grave makers, so people do not discreet their burial places by accident. And the graves have enough meaning to the speaker that will stop and reflect on their lives. The speaker wonders who lives her earth in death without wondering what they are leaving behind. Even the poor leave behind loved ones and they lead someone in their life. This is a poet that is have described the farmers and he admired them, he glorified them, he gave a wonderful place and they had. Therefore, he have a strong faith and concern for the common people. And the romantic school of thought, I would like to say while concluding the central idea of the poem, that about romantic, important romantic features is that they give expression for the common people. And romantic school of thought, they mainly focus on the common language, the common people, and the common subject they have used. And here, that is Thomas Gray. He has given much importance for the common people. He has taken them as the heroes, and some the topic of the elegy, and therefore here we could see that he practically given a platform and a place for the common people, particularly farmers. They were very so innocent people, and he regards them and admired them. He wrote an elegy for them. That is the greatest lies in giving importance for the common people. They were unmarked heroes. He's telling that nobody could mark those such kind of common people. They were laymen, but he recognized them and he gave a place, even the grave had, by writing on the graveyard heroes, so that Thomas Gray could become a popular and significant writer of the 18th century. And that is a romantic, the features or the seeds that have grown, and he contributed a lot to the romantic features. He is a forerunner and of the romantic movement. I think that. I hope you can understand the central idea of the poem, an elegy written in country churchyard by Thomas Gray. Thank you for that is listening the poem and understanding. And it is my advice to read the whole poem in detail and try to understand the descriptions the poet has given and the heroes of the poem. Thank you very much. Thank you.